Good evening. So this is the first of many for sort of like the YouTube series and also Instagram TV. And I'm really going to start covering what we've sort of covered in the stories over the last sort of month or so, but then also sort of new topics and subjects and things, obviously, as they come to light. But today's one is mainly around sort of the coronavirus really, and how it's affected people's mental health, and also if you're experiencing sort of bad mental health, or if you're anxious or you're worried, or you're sort of trying to understand what's going on right now, then I guess first of all, you're not alone. I think there's been so many people that are going through huge ups and downs in their life right now. And I think it's just something that everyone's going through. So I guess that's always one thing to realise, that you're not alone. And also there is help out there for you if you wish to seek it. Today's one is really around, it's about imagining your life, sort of a year from now. Now things might be rough and tough now, especially for business. I've experienced it in business and personally. It's been pretty difficult. But I've got a few sort of points here to sort of give you a little bit of hope. And I think, when the dark days are really sort of setting in, it can be quite hard to think too far in the future. And I think it's really important to start thinking as far ahead as you can, and understand that there is light at the end of the tunnel. So this one is, in a year's time, imagine your life. In a year's time, you could well be in the best shape that you've ever been. You could have a thriving business, or be happier in another job or the current job that you're in. If it's like a 9 to 5, you're dating your favorite person. If you're going through breakups and relationship problems, which have definitely been happening through lockdown. I've seen loads of people break up, marriages sort of go to sort of failure, and people getting divorced, etc. That's quite common at the moment. And you could well be literally totally transformed within a year. You could be happier than ever. A year to a lot of people does sound like a long time, but if you're continuing to work on it, it's really not. It can just go like this. I mean, look at how quickly 2020 has been. So it was literally like January, February, and then March hit, the Rona was here, and then it was like bang. And then now we're at Christmas. It's now the beginning of a new year. And I think it can be the beginning of a new start for everyone as well. But if you want to be in the best shape that you want to be, if you want to have a business, or you want to be happier in another job or a current job, or you want to retrain, if you want to be dating your favorite person, or you want to be happier than ever, then the work for all of those things has to start now. Now, I covered this before, but I think visualizing and understanding where you want to be, being happy, being, with a partner, or having the next car, or a better job, or all of these things should be visualized. I'm going to save the why thing for a proper video, and I'll probably link that when I do that, up here or up there, wherever. But understanding your why behind these. Why do you want to get in the best shape? What is the why? Why do you want to have a thriving business? Is it the freedom? Is it the money? Do you want to just go and buy loads of cars? What is it? Dating the favorite person, what is it about that? Do you enjoy the connection? Do you enjoy sharing something with someone else? And if you want to be happy, then why? I mean, usually it's just for yourself, but it can be infectious happiness for sure. So I guess it could be for other people. And then once you've got those whys, then visualize things and understand things. I know I covered this the other day, but it's super important. And I guess the last sort of little bit of this is, you really have to fucking take action, and you have to do something. If you want to be in the best shape you ever want to be, don't put it off till Sunday. Do it today. Do it right this second. Do a little bit. Get a workout schedule together. It doesn't have to be physical exercise or anything massive, but a small step towards your goal will really help. Just something that I started doing. I think when you're in a bit of a rut, then like I said, making the bed is always a good one to start you off on that journey of achievement. Because once you've started to feel that little bit of achievement and that sense of achievement, the mental health stuff starts to go away, and you start to understand that, oh, that feels good. You get a little dopamine hit in there, and then you start to build on that, which is, it's so stupid, but I think there was either a colonel or a Navy officer who had an amazing speech, I'll put it in the description below, on making your bed and why it's so important, and I can definitely attest to that for sure. But yeah, it's once you've started visualizing and you understand the why and you're getting all that sort of figured out, like just spend 10 minutes, man. Like it's so worth it just for yourself, just to write down the shit. Because, you know, there's all this stuff, you know, in terms of the universe and the manifesting, and it all will come to you eventually. I mean, everything I've ever visualized and manifested I've got right now, and I'm like pushing now for more. So I can only attest and say it does work. But I think just consciously you make small decisions to walk towards it, and then that's where you then obviously see progress. So once you visualize, you've got your why, it's then time to stop fucking visualizing and stop dreaming and start working, because that is a huge sort of, that's the best thing you can do is at that stage, once you've figured out your plan, you need to execute. Execute is super important. And I say this in business as well, to anyone within business, you know, it's important to have a good plan and think about things for sure. But what's also really important to do is also to actually execute something and actually do it, because there's a lot of people out there with a lot of plans, and there's a lot of businesses that don't actually work, or they don't actually execute them. It's sometimes better to start and then refine than start, because you can lose a lot of traction, you can lose a lot of time, you can sometimes never even start at all. So yeah, I think the key takeaways for this is, you know, understand and visualize what you want to be. You know, look, think right now it's pretty shit, but in a year's time it's going to be much better, and you can determine that. You can be in the best shape you want to be. You can have the business. You can have a better job. You can date someone that you're more compatible with. I think that's really important as well. Dating someone you're more compatible with. But right now, you know, it has to start right now. It has to start today. Whether you do 10 push-ups one day, it's a start, and give yourself credit and benefit for the start as well. But yeah, well, that's the first one anyway out of the way. I'm not going to watch it back, I'm just going to upload it. But yeah, I think it's super important that people hear this, and I hope this helps someone out. But yeah, I'll probably put this one on YouTube too. So I'm starting to push it on there, but I'll start putting them on my Instagram stories as well. But yeah, I'll link it all and do all the stuff anyway. But yeah, it's cool. First one out of the way. Catch you guys later. I hope that helped. Like and subscribe if you're watching on YouTube. And if you're on Instagram, give it a share if you can. That'd be really helpful. Or just drop us a like. But yeah, thank you very much. Have a great evening, everyone. Stay safe. Ciao.